Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our start from scratch run here on Elmcreek. And I think it's time to fast forward. I think we just sold strawberries, if I remember correctly. Do we need to mow again? Or was that last month? I'm trying to remember exactly where we left off. I forgot to take notes. Nope, looks like we're good there. So we will be mowing again here shortly, I guess next month. And because it is February, so we should be mowing in March. Other than that, I think everything else is taken care of. I do want to do one thing real quick though, because I've been kind of playing around with some other saves and on my own as well, not recording it. And I do know that the power generators are actually pretty good money. So if we come in here and we go to the generators, these things actually make more money than they cost very quickly. Within a year or two, they become pure profit at that point. So I was thinking about putting some of these down. I already put one of these down, like one of these giant windmills down on one of my saves. If you haven't seen it yet, then it should be coming up soon. And then I've also experimented with this large solar collector on my own, like offline. So I figured I'd try something different. I think I'm going to put a few of these things down. We're just gonna line up, I don't know, about 5 of these maybe, just kind of along the edge here. And then I think I'm also going to put 5 of these little tiny solar panels down somewhere, probably right in here, just kind of along this line here. Like that, just I don't know, 5 of each, 10 total should get us, a decent amount of money. And actually, you know what, I'm going to put 1 more of each just to get us to a good happy point. Because if we put 1 more of each, I think that gives us just about as much potential generation as we would get from the 155 windmill there. So that should be a good point. And so the way these work, if you're not familiar with these, is that, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you understand how solar panels and windmills work in general, but in this game, the way they work is they do account for the weather. Interestingly enough, this one would not actually be working. In fact, a lot of these might not be working quite to their full potential based on interference around them, but within the game, that part's not simulated as far as I can tell. But what is simulated is that it does take into account kind of the weather and stuff like that. So for right now, we're getting 4 miles an hour. It's going to die down to 2 miles an hour, but 4 miles an hour is not bad. That's going to be some good wind generation for the next few hours. So based on the wind generation you actually have over the course of the day, I think you get the power, you actually get the payoff every hour. And as, based on that wind generation, how that wind speed goes up and down, you get more or less of that. Same thing with the sun over here. The more sun we have, the less cloudy days, which right now it is a little bit cloudy, right? And then it'll actually, right as the wind's dying off, it's actually going to be sunny again. So when the wind power starts to die off a little bit, the solar panels will start to kick in a bit more. So I think it's a good balance to have a little bit of both of them, and see kind of, what kind of power we're going to be able to get from these. So we shall see. In fact, what I can do real quick, just to show you guys, so I can go ahead and fast forward to the top of the hour, and we should see our income pop up by a bit. So there we go. It did pop up. We got a little bit of a decrease as well because we are spending a decent amount of money on production and stuff, but we also did get the increase from the property income, which was $285 for 1 hour, or well, not even a full hour to be honest. So $285 is not bad. Over the course of the full day, that'll be some pretty good money. So yeah, and then we had some production costs and things like that. So cool. Well, I'm going to be pretty happy with those, just to give us a little bit of extra, just kind of passive income without us having to worry about it too much. Yeah, sure, we had to take a little bit of extra loan out, but that should help us be able to pay off a little bit more of a loan as time goes by. So next month we'll be mowing the grass one more time. We do need to plant some sugar beets at some point, right? Didn't I already say that? I think we need to plant just a few, like 1 round of sugar beets, possibly 1 round of sugar beets across all the fields if we're going to pay for the large harvester. Then it might be a good idea just to get them all done. So the sugar beets need to be planted in March. So we can plant them as early as next month. So we can go ahead and mow, collect what we got, and then go ahead and plant the sugar beets. And I think that will be the plan. So let's go ahead and fast forward to 8 o'clock tomorrow. We should see a decent amount of income from our power, but not enough to overcome the current interest rate, unfortunately, on our loan. But as we pay off the loan, we will eventually get to the point where we're actually making more money passively than we are losing passively. So we lost a little bit of money there, as you guys can see, but we also made $3,231 of property income. So already starting to pay off a little bit. Not too bad. In fact, if we go look at this, that's basically half of one of the solar panels. We've already paid off half of one of the solar panels. Each month we'll pay off a little bit more. So that will start to add up pretty nicely. And like I said, eventually they will pay themselves off, and then we will be just making pure profit from that point forward. All right, so it is mowing month. We obviously got our nice, beautiful mower over here, so we're gonna go ahead and pick you up, get you started. We will need to collect this cycle, as well as any other fun things that we want to do. Are we widespreading? We are widespreading, aren't we? Because we are turning this into hay. Is that correct? Because we need a little bit of hay, I believe. Yeah, we got a decent amount of silage. We have very little hay. So this is widespreading. So it does not matter where I start you, because we're going to have to do all of the windrowing and tedding anyway. Oh, yeah, of course. All right, so you're going now. While you're running, I'm going to... what am I going to do? Okay, so there was one thing I am going to do, and I have been doing some investigation on some things. And I've talked about this before, I think earlier in this save even, but I have finally come to the conclusion, which I probably should have come to a lot sooner, but finally officially come to the conclusion that mulching and rolling are a complete waste of time. The amount of money you get for mulching and rolling, the math I did, it would take like 100 years to pay off the cost of the roller in the first place. It is absolutely ridiculous how poor the gains you get are. And I can go through all the math and stuff like that of why it's that way, but it is really bad gains on yields from, mathematically. So we're gonna go ahead and go sell this thing, because why would we keep something we don't need? Actually, yeah, I need to take it to the store because I can't paint it at my own shop. Can I? I know I can repair. I don't think I can paint. Let me double check real quick. Same thing with the grass roller. Okay, so here's the thing about the grass roller. And this is, I don't know if this is a bug with multiplayer or something else going on. In multiplayer, I do not have to roll grass. It grows right away, immediately. In some testing I did in one of my YouTube games before, it looked like it wasn't growing again. So I might do another experiment here just to make sure I didn't just goof something, and we do have to take it to the store to paint. Just to make sure I didn't goof something, because it's very possible that something weird happened, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and probably not roll. We're gonna leave like a little section of a field not rolled, just to see if it will start growing. If it does start growing on its own without rolling, then yeah, we don't need the grass roller either. But again, I don't know why. Again, multiplayer 100% does not matter. You don't have to roll at all. It'll start growing right away. I just don't know why. I don't know if it's something weird about the way multiplayer works or something like that. I mean, multiplayer has a few extra, different rules of how certain things work anyway. For example, you can't roll over signs in multiplayer. Like, it's not a thing. I can run into all the signs I want. You just go right through them. So there's some changes in how multiplayer behaves in some ways, and there's some other things as well that are weird with multiplayer. The way the used sales work and things like that are a little bit different, and some other things. So we are going to go ahead and sell you off, because we are definitely never using you again. We'll also probably sell the mulcher as well. Because by the same token that rolling is a waste of time, mulching is equally a waste of time. Now, if you could do both at the same time and somehow got the full 5%, becomes at least slightly more worthwhile. But even then, it's not worth it, right? Time-wise, the only time it's worth rolling or mulching is if you can basically finish the mulching and rolling at the same time as you're doing something else you have to do anyway. I mean, you might as well roll, because you got something else going on, and if you can finish them basically at the same time, cool. but it still is not worth the cost of the mulcher or the roller to begin with, and they're not even that expensive. The roller's what, 40,000 bucks. It's just the gains you make are monetarily are just such a small number. It is surprising how crazy it is. Don't I have a mulcher? There it is. Now things like lime and fertilizing and plowing, things like that are still worth it. And the reason those are more worth it is because not only do you get much larger gains than the mulching and rolling, but you also get the benefit of the if you're using the precision farming, you get the benefit of the precision farming boost to your sellable items and things like that. So still worth doing those if you are, you know, trying to decide what should or should not be done. But yeah, so let's go get this dropped off, and then we will move on from there. Won't make a ton of money, but a little bit of money is better than letting them sit around and do nothing. And hopefully we can sell the grass roller as well, but we'll have to, like I said, we'll have to do a little bit of testing for that. And this will save us a lot of time as well, which is going to be really, really nice. Cool. There we go. About 30,000 bucks almost, so not too bad between the two. Go ahead and grab our tedder and get that started. Anything on the used lot that would be nice. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's some nice tractors on here, but nothing that we should really be pursuing at this point. What's the difference here? Besides price. I'm not sure. it's I've never messed with one of these before. I generally don't know. I'm sure there's something I'm just missing. Actually, there's one. Okay, no, there's just two. Okay, I thought there was more than that. Looks like it only goes to 135 horsepower, and that's smaller than our current ones, right? Something like this might not be a bad idea to get, to be fair. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, this is 140, so we're already kind of better than that. I do think we do need to get this slurry, because we're going to be doing slurry stuff. We don't already have one, do we? We got the fertilizer. No, I do not see a slurry thing anywhere. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. So obviously we need a little bit more money for that. It's going to be critical for us to make sure we can use our slurry to kind of help save us a little bit of money that way. Yeah, we're barely going to have enough money for this, but we will. I will use the manure sensing. So I think that's fine. So we'll pick that up later. I should have picked it up while I was there, but that's okay. And let's go grab the tedder. Which is, I was going to say, it's right over here. Got quite a bit of stuff to do today, so it'll take us a little bit of time to get all this knocked out. But we'll get it done. Once this tetting gets a little bit further along, we'll grab the windrower. In fact, we'll go ahead and pick it up now. I'll be honest, I don't know that I really like this windrower, but we got it, and it's fine. I just wanted to try it out because it was different, but it's not, I don't know, not really a fan of how it works just yet. Maybe it'll grow on me. Alright, we'll let you sit here for a minute while the other guy get a little bit of a head start. Like I said, you need to go grab some of the eggs. So we'll do that real quick. Alright, that's done. Whoa, that was a little weird, but we'll be alright. Got this little snapping thing. Alright, that's all good. Let's check the cows. Actually, I probably forgot to feed them last month. No, we're good. I did forget to feed them, but we are thankfully good at the moment. Guess I'm going to get you started now. Okay. Let's go get that over here. Unload it into the chickens. I can't remember if this is empty or not. We'll check it real quick. Nope. Still got quite a bit in there. Alright, that's good. Can you operate the cow thing? Guess we'll find out. Alright, straw is okay. We just need to get the TMR. Something else I did learn is that cows, I thought straw for cows was only to make manure. It actually affects the productivity of the amount of milk you get. You get about 10% more milk if you, or maybe the better way to put it is you actually get 10% less milk if you do not have straw. Or if you're, if you don't have a way to output the manure, you get 10% less milk. However, if you got the straw set up, you got the manure set up, then you will get that full amount of milk. It doesn't really show up anywhere because it still shows as 100% productivity, but I did several rounds of testing and sure enough, there is less milk produced when there is no straw. Okay, we're gonna get some straw here. Just a splash, just because we might as well get a little bit to supplement everything else we're doing. And then we'll fill the rest up with silage. Whoa! Jumped that creek bed a little bit. Technically, because of how I'm doing this now, I actually don't need... no, I still need the TMR, because I've got to actually mix it. I was thinking I didn't need it anymore, because I could just dump everything into the trailer, but... no, I still need the mixer for that, unfortunately. Alright, you're good. Let's check in on our mowers and things. Doing alright. Windrower's doing good. Well, okay, no, the windrower's not doing good. Yeah, so why is the windrower do this? Like, this one doesn't want to go all the way to the end, which is really strange. I don't understand what it's... Yeah. I don't think the normal windrowers have that problem with the end of the fields. I mean, don't get me wrong, they don't all work perfectly, but the ones I've used before typically go most of the way to the end. Honestly, we may sell this one. I'm not really happy with the way that one performs. So we will probably sell that one and get a different one here in a bit. In fact, I might as well just go ahead and take care of that now, because I'm not going to want to do the rest of these fields that way. So we'll plan to sell that one. We'll get a little bit of money back for it, but in the meantime, let me go ahead and pick out the one I want. What size tedder do we got? 9 meters. And what size is that windrower? 8.5, so a little bit smaller. So we want to grab... I don't know. Just like a good size one here. I mean, something like that would be fine. Because it doesn't have to be big. I just need to be better. If that makes sense. Like, it doesn't. I mean, this is actually not that expensive. It's 8.4 meters. It's like fractionally smaller. It's a little bit slower though. That's the one, I guess, negative. I mean, this one's quite a bit faster for the same size, but that one's stupid expensive. I mean, something like this is fine. If I go a little bit bigger, then I start getting into like double the price. It's probably part of the problem. I mean, this one's cheap, obviously, as well. But yeah, let's go with this one. See what this one does for us. And because I don't think we need anything super large. At least we're going to buy it. We actually will make a little bit of money back on that. Do I even want you to finish? Honestly, I don't know that I do. So we're going to go ahead and stop you, close you up, have you run over to the store, pick up the new one, and we'll go from there. You are done with your mowing on this field. Let's move you over to the final field. So there's minimal left that we're going to be buying, if anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything specific that we buy. Maybe a manure thing, and that might be just about it. Because the sugar beet one we're going to lease. We're not going to be doing sugar beets often enough to warrant buying that. I mean, we got all the production I want. I mean, I'm glad I added the solar panels and the wind stuff. Just, again, to supplement income. You know, get a little bit of something going throughout the year. But other than that, we're basically done there. We're really just selling, you know, whatever products we can right now, and kind of going from there. I think I'm happy with the number of cows. I don't think we need to go crazy on cow numbers. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I reserve the right to make some adjustments as needed, but I think for right now, we're in a pretty decent spot. Let's go ahead and get you over here to this other field and start tedding. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, I will have that new wind rower back over here, probably already running, and we'll go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.